This table was made in 2010. I have heard about wood protection properties of tabun, and so I decided to try to make a varnish out of tabun. This is tabun, which is already dry because it has cracks. I used fresh tabun, which I cut along the axle with a knife, and then I took the meat out with a spoon and put it into a blender. I filled it up with water and blended it thoroughly. The paste or thick liquid I applied then on this table. The table was always standing in houses or beside houses which had active populations of termites and wood borers. Last week I brought this table up to my farm and cleaned it thoroughly using this steel wool and soap water. This is our homemade soap out of palm oil and sodium hydroxide and water, and I found no signs of termites or wood borer. I was brushing hard with this steel wool and it did not make any scratches or something on the surface except here at the corner. Here you can see it's a little bit more bright. This is from the steel wool. So this kind of varnish is very hard and it is waterproof. I can wipe it with water or even soap water and no varnish is gluing to the rug. I wipe the table with water and as you can see, the cloth don't get brown from the varnish. As you can see here, the surface of this varnish is even a little bit shiny. It's reflecting the light. So I turned the table upside down so that you can see there is nothing, any footprint or hole of a, we call that buk here in the Philippines, wood borer, and also no termite. Was working on it. After this very pleasant experience of being able to make a varnish which is very durable, very hard, and protects the wood from termites and wood borer, I am planning now also to use this varnish for making a solar dehydrator and a mobile home. This table has a kind of a dusty look at the surface. If I wipe this with my finger, you see this dust is gluing to the varnish. That means it was on that varnish during the time when the table was drying. So it takes a while to dry for that varnish, and if you want to use it for furniture, it's good to take care that the table dries in a dust-free room. What I also like on this varnish is its dark brown, reddish, not uniform color. The wood on which the varnish is applied is mahogany. Tabun tabun can be also used for loose bowel movement. A few weeks ago I had loose bowel movement. I ate a little bit of the meat in the night before sleeping, and I could sleep the whole night. Then in the morning I ate another little bit. All in all, maybe half of the fruit, and yeah, my loose bowel movement was cured. Tabun tabun can also be used for making kinilaw. This is raw fish in a salad dressing. You add lime to that dressing, and you can make it with vinegar or with citron juice. And tabun tabun helps that bacteria which you don't want to eat will be killed. The taste of tabun tabun is astringent, and I guess this comes from tannins, which are controlling the bacteria and helping to protect the wood. If I cut the tabun tabun with a knife, the knife becomes sticky. So I guess the tabun tabun contains also an amount of latex. Tabun tabun is seasonal. We have now end of July 2017. In May, when I had my loose bowel movement, I had already fresh tabun tabun. Because of the low price this time, I guess we are now at the peak of the season. For this table, I blended around 300 grams of tabun tabun meat with water, and I use only 1/3 of my preparation. This tabun tabun I got in May this year. If you store the tabun tabun in moist soil, you can store it for around 1 month before it starts growing. I guess in cool climate the tabun tabun will not grow anyway. I show you also the effect when I use the steel wool over this varnish. So after wiping with water and drying, it looks again the same than before using the steel wool on this varnish.